it's sort of Bob's story, but also everybody else that made Band Aid and Live Aid happen. Midjour, the whole host of fantastic musical celebrities that joined in on the day to make the record and to be there for the concert for free. They all worked for free. So you think about that now, it's sort of incredible. But the difference they made was exponential, and I think that's the beauty of this story today. It is that message of if you bring people together, you can make a massive difference.
Yeah, so the story is told, through the eyes of the people that did the music, the sound, the producer. He couldn't do it by himself, basically, and so it's told through so many eyes.
We're kind of merging two generations. We have a younger generation represented by our wonderful Naomi, who plays Gemma, being taught about, well, she says she's studying the 80s in history, which is quite insulting because I was born in the 80s, but hey ho, we'll go with that.
Some people might be expecting more of a like stars in your eyes type of thing, or like, oh, where's Elton John, or who's doing it? But actually, because we go for the creation of the song and then the creation of the concert, you get the story, you get the meaning, you get the drive, and you get the importance behind the entire story and the songs as well.
What's nice is that we tell that story whilst the songs are popping out in between. It's nice for us to just jump into a scene and be like, this was also happening, let's make people laugh, let's make people cry.
I think audiences will find the fact that there's so much heart and it's so emotional. I think they will find that quite surprising. I think people are coming expecting to have this like rock and roll concert, and there is a lot of emotion in there. And it's such a roller coaster. I literally see people crying in the audience, and it's very emotional. And I think people will find that quite surprising.
Bob Geldof was he would literally hammer about this home. It was not just about him putting it on. It was about the whole team of people and the Band Aid Trust that put this show into what it was and how legendary and historical it's been.
Let's put it this way, I've had a lot of Bob Geldof in my life for the last few years, and I've got a few extra grey hairs. He's an incredible man. I've learned a lot from working with him, and actually I think what's amazing is that he's really enjoyed learning alongside us about theatre. He's a great supporter of theatre, he's so knowledgeable about the art form, but he's never worked in it before. So there's been this extraordinary exchange of those two worlds colliding.
It took about 2 years. I didn't think it should be done. I was annoyed I hadn't thought of it. But then they said, let's just do a workshop. So we went to the workshop, the Band Aid guys, 5 of us, and a bright room, bunch of kids, a band in the corner. You're sitting there on some chairs. It's early in the morning. That's mad. And we were excited. And we said, well, okay, what's the next stage? Songs like Blowing in the Wind, well, they're so in the canon, they're so in the culture. And then to have them completely reheard so that you actually hear the song with all its original power. It's gone past cliche because a genuinely brilliant musician has said, do it this way. And so I'm fascinated by that because that's my game. And then, I was in rehearsals, and the amount of work.
Feels like an amazing achievement just to have all of these songs together in one show. I think it's 37 songs in total that we hold within the piece. Each one has its own moment and tells its own part of the story. And yeah, it's been quite a feat to pull those together to make sure that everybody knows what we're doing, everybody's supportive of it. But what's incredible about Live Aid is everyone who's been a part of it knows what it means to the world and what it has achieved and what it can continue to achieve. And so the support has been really overwhelming.
When people come together like they did in 1985 for Live Aid, solutions present themselves, people feel confident to confront them. That's the inspirational message I want to take forward for the 21st century.
It's a whole different world for me. I do music, and it's very, very different. And even the arrangements of the songs, I think, are spectacular. I mean, I'm familiar with the songs from my work, but seeing them sort of taken and put through the West End Mill. And Pete Townsend is here tonight, and he just hugged me at half time, and I said, wait till you hear my generation, because there's no way you can imagine this classic punk anthem taken and made fresh for this new generation in a completely modern style.
You know what, I was so lucky because Bob was in rehearsals probably about 65-70% of the time. So I got past the intimidating thing quite quickly. And in the end, he would sort of get up and say, let me tell you what happened at this moment for real. And he would give you a little gem that would just open up a scene and make it come alive, or give you the sort of the truth behind it, which was actually really useful in the end. So sort of got to know Bob over the weeks. So having him there tonight felt more like support rather than panic.
I've seen it now about 4 times, so it's not odd seeing someone pretending to be me. It's hard enough me pretending to be me without seeing someone else doing it. But and now I'm past that, and I'm just watching Craig perform. So I'm not thinking, is he being a good me or a bad me? I'm just watching a character, which is kind of interesting to itself that you get to that place. You know, the writer, I ripped up everything he did. Oh, sorry, John. I didn't see you there. You know.
Bob is a man of short sentences.